Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to a new video on the channel. Today I'm introducing you to the new projector from the brand WANBO, and it's this T2 Ultra that we're going to look at today. We'll analyze all its features like the 500 American National Standards Institute lumens of power in its lamp. A native 1080 BP, it can project from 45 up to 140 inches dual band Wi-Fi. This base can tilt up to 120 degrees to project onto ceilings and walls, along with other features we'll discuss today. So if you want to get to know it in depth, you already know what you have to do. Stay in this video. This is TechGround. Wambo is a brand that comes to break the barriers of entertainment and is dedicated to creating projectors like the one we're going to see today. Because this brand, above all, stands out for creating devices of good quality at very affordable prices for everyone. Today we'll focus on the T2 Ultra. Before we continue, let me tell you to subscribe if you haven't already, and give us a like if you enjoy our content so we can keep uploading more gadgets like this and all kinds of technology. And now let's do a quick unboxing. Let's see what's inside. Inside the box, well, we find a pretty simple white box. The brand name is on the top edge. On the front, we see an image of the projector. We open the box. As you can see, it's a simple box. And here's what we find. The first thing is the instruction manual. We remove this little piece, and it looks like we don't have the bag here anymore. Let's take it out like this, and let's see what's inside this wrapping. Here we have a little box, a little controller, like the latest models, with the Google button and direct access to YouTube, Netflix, Prime, and Disney, plus a direct power cable. Comes without a transformer. This is an achievement for projectors, eliminating the need for a hanging power brick. We keep unboxing the projector, and here it is. The projector is very small with its stand, completely white. This is everything included in the box. Let's discuss it in detail and test it out. The device is already out of its box. As always, let's start by talking about the product's dimensions, its material finish, and its design. On this device would have a size of 21.9 centimeters in height, 14.5 centimeters in width, and a depth of 14.2 centimeters. This makes the device super lightweight due to its plastic material finishes, and it only weighs 1.5 kilograms. As you can see, it's a very small, lightweight, and stylish device in this white color, with a matte finish all around the casing and on its gimbal. And on the front, we find two glossy white modules, where at the top we have the lens, and at the bottom, the camera and the infrared sensor. And right behind, in green, we have this back panel, where we find the ventilation grill. On the top, we find the power on and off button of the device. And on the sides, 5-watt speakers, so at least you have an audio output, since there are some that don't even have that. This has definitely improved compared to other models, since it has a bit more sound. And on the back, they've included this resonance membrane to make the bass a bit louder and give us a slightly fuller spatial sound. Under this membrane, we'll find the rear ventilation grill, which will constantly recirculate the heat, and below it as well. HDMI input, USB Type-A, 1/8-inch mini jack, and a microphone for device communication. The single-phase power input, as I mentioned, it comes without a transformer. Alright, so why do we want that big power pack, always with a transformer? Yes, you can include the transformer inside the device. Brands, please, if you need to put a transformer in such small devices, put it inside. This way, we avoid dealing with two cables that separate or come apart. That's our current situation. Okay, a little bit of common sense. This is a direct message to the brands. The device comes with this remote, and this remote is a small remote. It comes with the necessary buttons, and we have the power button, the Hey Google button to talk to it and ask it to open YouTube or any other app for us. And the rest of the normal buttons, like the settings button, the back button, the home button, and this one here on the right next to the home button. If we hold it down, we'll go directly to the device's project settings menu. Open YouTube. Alright, I'm opening YouTube. Something negative. It came without batteries and I had to put them in myself. Please, the same thing. Message to brands. Include batteries in your device. How hard can it be? I know that if you multiply it by a lot of devices and a lot of products, it's money. But do I have to buy 2 batteries for a projector I've already spent money on? I think it's necessary. I've already experienced this with other devices. Please include batteries. Companies stopped including chargers with phones, and now they've stopped including batteries in remotes. Next, it'll come without cables, forcing me to buy more. Unbelievable. But anyway, let's keep talking about the device. Have you heard that it's all made of plastic materials? It's very light, lightweight, and stylish. And it comes with this new feature that no other device from the brand has, which has a tilt support of up to 120 degrees. This will give us the ability to project onto the ceiling and tilt it upwards without needing to prop it up or buy an extra accessory. The base itself comes with this 1/4 screw, so we can mount it on the ceiling or put it on a tripod if we want. Since it can project frontally, inverted, ceiling mounted and more, because the device itself has it built in. Now let's talk about the projection. We've already discussed the design. I'll mention that it has a native resolution of 1080 500 American National Standards Institute lumens for this projector, which is about 800 ISO lumens. Don't confuse American National Standards Institute lumens with ISO lumens, as the latter is slightly higher. To reiterate, it's 500 American National Standards Institute lumens. It's luminous, it doesn't have excessive brightness, but it does have options. Then in the menu you can change the mode to soft, denser, customized, and so on. The minimum projection of the WANBO T2 Ultra would be 40 inches, which corresponds to a distance of 1 meter and 20 centimeters. And the maximum recommended? Although it could reach up to 140 inches, the maximum recommended would be 130 inches, which would correspond to a distance of 3.5 meters. Having the resolution up to 60 Hz makes the device look pretty good when we project it. It's sharp for the 1080p. What does it have? And with a brightness that's not meant for daytime viewing, it's a device to watch in the dark at night with the lights dimmed. If you turn on the light, or it's daytime, obviously, like most projectors, you won't see it the way it's meant to be seen. You might not even notice it at all, okay? As for the projection size, an aspect ratio of 1.2 to 1, okay? It's not completely widescreen, but it is definitely quite rectangular. It also features automatic obstacle recognition, and it's capable of adjusting the perspective and keystone automatically, just like the focus. And it can reduce the projection by up to 50%, from 100 to 50% on our wall, on our projector, on our screen, or wherever we want, okay? The manufacturer tells us that its lamp will last up to 20,000 hours of use. I may not have much time to use it, but that's what it's supposedly certified for, just so we're aware. The manufacturer comes with improvements over previous models, and it seems they have delivered on them. Also, to break a bit with the typical plain square or rectangle look and give it a slightly more eye-catching touch. On the software side, it comes with Android One on Android One television. So you can have more than 10,000 apps with Google Play and browse without any problem. Log into our account, play games, it has Google Chromecast, and it also supports screen projection. And besides, it comes with the Widevine L1 certificate, which is a Google certificate that ensures we can stream on most platforms in 1080p. Is that okay? I'll also talk to you a bit about the devices menu. Inside the settings menu, we'll have image correction, where we'll see the image focus, the keystone correction key, the 4 trapezoids, alignment, smart editing, display ratio, and reset. In adjustment of photo. Here we can switch between the different modes and profiles, between cool, warm, and standard. Standard would be kind of like the default setting, okay? In the user section, we would have the option to control it ourselves. We also have the audio mode, key volume, news, music, cinema, and so on. The inputs for Apple Television, which is the one we're looking at right now, HDMI input, and USB inputs. In fact, it comes quite well equipped. And then it's true that in the display mode, we can choose between 1080 at 60 Hz, 1080 at 50 Hz, and 1080 at 24 Hz. And from there on down, whatever we want. I always recommend progressive because interpolation can cause us to see flickers or different things. And then also the color space, which is very useful, and the zoom screen, which lets us enlarge and reduce the projection itself. We're leaving here some tests we've been doing, projecting different things. As always, the typical video from the channel, so you can see the amount of different colors being projected and really appreciate it. And the typical song from the channel, where we have bass and treble and it has a certain rhythm. The rest we'll let you see and experience for yourselves and judge how this project looks. And well, to finish, I'll tell you the price of the device, which is currently $209 on their website, and we can find it there. It also depends. If you look on other platforms, you might find it a bit cheaper or around 200 euros, just to give you an idea. The Projector surprised me with its super small and compact size. The image quality is reasonably good, although it's true that it doesn't have as much brightness as other projectors we've seen on the channel. But it sounds good and it looks good. The device surprised me with its stylish design. It can be placed in various spots around the house, looking like a decoration. In fact, at some points they mentioned a negative aspect, which is that the interface is a bit slow. Sometimes it's gotten a bit stuck on me, especially when trying to switch or exit quickly. Pressing the buttons quickly doesn't respond as fast as other high-end projectors, but we're talking about a 200 euro device. And really, given the price range it's in, it's enough for daily use. And it looks pretty good and it performs really well. But the rest, well, the issue of the lighting limitation on the quality, which is what it is. 1080, the sound is good, it doesn't distort, it doesn't sound weird. I was also surprised by this stand, which I had seen in another high-end model, but for 200 euros. Just so you know, you have a really great device. It doesn't come with batteries in the remote though, but it's really good. Personally, it's a device I would buy. Well, to take it with me in the van, to take it to the village, to go camping and have it there, so I don't always have to carry the television around. Well, have you already seen how this device performs? We want to read all your comments, leave us your opinions, your questions, your doubts. If you have a device from this brand, if you would like to buy it, if you think it's good. We all want to read each other's thoughts and see what you think and your objective opinion. As always, we will leave the purchase link in the description so you can access the marketplaces where this device will be available. Remember the price, 200 euros, that's all. It's a low-cost projector. Give it a like if you enjoyed the video and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of the new gadgets we bring to the channel. Subscribe if you haven't yet. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time on Tech Ground. See you soon. Thank you.